Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. This video is going to be on the Wednesday campaign update. This will be update number 11. We just played last Wednesday. This online game we play every other Wednesdays, so you won't see another update for not the following week until the week after. That said, the party's been exploring a ziggurat that's held by by cultists that worship Sobek. They are seeking an item that the party has in their possession, but the party has not relinquished that item, and they don't know who or where that item is. The cultists don't know. The party has finally finished exploring the ziggurat itself, and because of circumstances of what was going on that day that we played, we only had a 2-hour game session instead of our normal 3. So they could have potentially got further or finished with this adventure if we played the full time. So the party starts outside the Tower of Bones, which is on top of the ziggurat. And this tower is like 6 stories tall, and it's made out of humanoid bones. They look around and they decide that they want to try to collapse the tower. And there's nothing wrong with that decision from my perspective. The problem is there's a little bit more going on with the tower than what the party expected when they made this decision. So they look around. The dwarf artificer starts hammering away at some bones. The goblin's examining the tower. He finds the load-bearing bone, as it were, that's on the lower level. And the dwarf goes over and crushes it. When he crushes it, the tower does not fall. And they're like, why? And with the rolls that the goblin gunslinger was doing for his knowledge, architecture and engineering, he understands that if this is not magically reinforced, the tower should have fallen. So they look around a little bit more. The spellcaster asks if he could try to dispel the magic that's holding the bones together. So we work out how to do it, because he's not high enough level to have dispel magic. So we're like, but his specialty is necromancy. So I'm like, bones held together by necromancy, that makes sense. He has to sacrifice something to attempt it, so he needs a spell slot. And that's all I was looking for the sacrifice to attempt it. And then he has to make a spellcraft check. And I think I set the spellcraft check DC either at 15 or 20. Either way, he rolls the spellcraft check and sacrifices the first level spell slot. When he dispels that area, a 10-foot section by 10-foot section of wall turns into an ogre skeleton under his control. And now there's that big hole in the side of the tower. After debating for a little bit more and realizing that the tower wasn't going to fall from just them, say, cutting a ring all the way around the tower, they decide to enter. After entering, they first notice that everything changes color from what they're used to seeing to now everything looks like it's lit with a red light. They start looking around, they see some guards, and they dispatch those guards pretty quickly. The guards that I was using for the basic guards for this cult, if you guys want to steal this information later, we're just first level monks. So unarmored cultists with quarterstaffs. And the party's been taking them out pretty quickly, even though for the most part the party is the level of those monks or 1 level higher. The party continues exploring. They see a Sobek humanoid, a alligator-headed humanoid, and then they avoid combat with that one. They go up a level into the tower, and they encounter another group of guards. In this group of guards, there was a couple of spellcasters. The archer shot one of the spellcasters, and then somebody else finished that one off during this surprise round. And someone took out the other spellcaster right away with one hit. And then the rest of the guards were dispatched quickly. That's roughly where the game ended for that game session. The party still has at least a couple levels of the tower left to explore, and at least one final encounter. I need to do something very epic for these players. Well, if you find this entertaining, please continue to watch these. I'm always enjoying sharing all this information with everybody. Well, until we all game again, guys.